We've seen pro wrestlers like Shawn Michaels, Booker T, Scott Steiner, and Bret Hart break out from tag team success to singles superstardom. Hey, I know he's had some singles wrestling moments and titles before, but he's had quite a bit of tag team accomplishments entering NXT in the standout faction, the Undisputed Era, and specializing in NXT Black and Gold tag titles. His singles matches recently with then NXT champ Finn Balor and later with Adam Cole were two epic battles, proving his now singles prowess. Now Kool with the K, Kyle O'Reilly, is strutting his way into NXT TakeOver in your house on Sunday, June 13th via Peacock in the United States and WWE Network elsewhere. Kool Kyle is in an incredible main event for the NXT title, Fatal Five-Way style. It's champ Karrion Kross with Scarlett, Johnny Gargano, Pete Dunne, Adam Cole, and he. Thank you, Kool Kyle O'Reilly. Hey, how cool is it to be a part of an In Your House show, something the likes of HBK and Bret Hart have competed in?
So cool. But first of all, I got to say, what an introduction, man. Thank you for that. I might need you to come on and start announcing me to the ring. That was so well done. I feel so good about myself. But yeah, like you said, this is to be part of an In Your House pay-per-view is so unreal. And I'm very excited for Sunday.
Hey, have you talked to HBK just about the In Your House of past In Your Houses, or even got an opportunity at one point? You're a Canada guy, Bret Hart's a Canada guy, to talk to him about In Your House per se?
Not about this one in particular, but I've spoken with Shawn in the past about In Your House, specifically his match with Jeff Jarrett for the Intercontinental Championship. And that has always been one of my favorite matches of all time. Like one of those matches you can just go back and watch anytime because it's just so good. The crowd is so great. You got the thing with the roadie accidentally tripping Jarrett. And it's just so many layers of great storytelling and great work. And to know now that I'm going to get to come out with that big house set behind me is really neat. You know, get in the ring with the red, white, and blue ropes. It's really nostalgic. And Kyle, from being a kid to Kyle now, is his mind is pretty blown.
Might we see Kyle on top of the house like HBK?
Probably not. I'm not one for heights, and will avoid going high if I can. So I think, yeah, probably not.
Is that why you stay more away from the aerial style per se? You're not a luchador.
That is. You know, there was a time and place when I first got into wrestling where I thought that stuff, I was capable of pulling that stuff off, and I just wasn't. You watch back some of the things I would try. It just didn't look good. It looked forced. And that's when I realized, you know, you got to stick and do what you're good at. And that's why I stick more to a mat-based game and striking and stuff, because that's something that I'm good at doing. So I'm not going to try and force myself to do a 450 splash when I land on my knees and elbows every time.
Yeah, that's an interesting aspect of it, because generically speaking, if a wrestler can't do a drop kick, don't ask him to do a drop kick.
Yeah.
Move on to something you're good at, what you can do. And you have that Brazilian jiu-jitsu background, which fits well into your persona.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell us about this main event and the champ Karrion Kross and these other combatants, which include Adam Cole, who you know very well.
This is going to be an extremely difficult challenge. For one, I've never been in a five-way match before. So I'm going to have my head on a swivel, and there's going to be attacks coming from every direction, opportunities for me to attack at every direction, but you know, I'm going to need to defend from every direction. And all these guys are just so good and talented and imposing. Karrion Kross, the champ, this dominating wake of destruction that he's left since arriving in NXT. Adam Cole, a guy who I know extremely well. Pete Dunne, a guy I know extremely well. Johnny Gargano, a guy I know extremely well. Those three guys I've fought all over the world in various matches. Karrion Kross, first time we'll ever touch. So really, there's really no way to fully prepare for this match except for just have faith in myself and trust that I know what I'm doing, and hope for the best.
You and Bobby Fish were great as a tag team. I love Bobby Fish. I
Me
just think
too.
Bobby Fish all around, and he's funny too. He
great.
has that dimension to it. He has that subtle sarcasm and humor to his extraordinary talent.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because you have, like I said, wrestled singles before, obviously. And you mentioned the combatants and who you competed with and against there in this match coming up. But you've been really doing a lot of tag team wrestling. Now you're going back into the singles action. And like I said, those two matches were just incredible that you had. How is your confidence level now? Because you're going back, you're going from singles, tag team, a lot of tag team in NXT, and now to singles.
Yeah, it's tough. My match with Finn Balor, the first one I had in October of last year, I think was maybe my third singles match since coming to WWE. So it'd been a number of years where I've just been doing tags. Like you mentioned, I had singles experience before, but this is a different beast. This is a different animal. So it's tough knowing that, okay, I don't got a guy on the apron that I can tag out to when I get tired, or a guy who can back me up and assist me if I'm in trouble. So this is all on me now, and I'd be lying if I said it wasn't intimidating or it didn't give me anxiety, because it certainly does. But those are the things that I think make a guy rise to the occasion. You know, you sink or swim, and I got my water wings on, so I'm gonna swim.
No flying, but you'll do swimming.
Yeah.
Is there any particular, you said this is the first Fatal 5-Way that you've been involved in. So is there any strategy or preparation that you can hold differently without pulling back the curtain too much, but just in the sense of when you're getting ready for something like this? And does anyone really have an advantage? We could just talk like it's a match. It is a wrestling match. Who's going to win? Does somebody have an advantage in it? I think the champ doesn't have the advantage, but what are your thoughts?
I mean, the champ, he's a dominating force. I mean, he probably has the advantage in any match that he's going to be in, just because he's so strong and dangerous. But yeah, he's got 4 other guys headhunting him, determined to walk out as champion. So, I mean, in terms of preparing for it, it's difficult, watching a lot of multi-man matches, but I don't know if there's been a ton of 5-ways in the past. I can't really think of any off the top of my head, so it's different. But I've got 4-way match experience, multi-man tag matches, this, that, and the other. So I'm confident in my abilities, but we'll have to see what Sunday brings, man.
Does luck play a role in something like this?
100%. I've been a firm believer of luck throughout my entire career. Luck has gotten me to this point. I mean, preparation and skill and opportunity meets luck, yes. But I've had a lot of luck throughout my life and my career to get me to this point.
What did those singles matches with Finn Balor, and I was there for that Adam Cole brutal confrontation, which was amazing. What did those mean to you?
I was very proud of those matches, and they gave me a lot of confidence in, like I had mentioned, this is me all on my own now. And coming out on the other side of those matches, I've realized, okay, I can do this on my own. It requires a little more, oomph and gusto, but this, that's the reason we all got involved in this business to begin with. Those visions of being a singles champion, we all have those in our heads. So to know I was able to do that and pull those matches off, I wasn't able to beat Finn Balor. But I think I left those matches giving people a different sort of sense about who Kyle O'Reilly is. And hopefully one day I'll get another crack at Balor.
NXT TakeOver in your house, Sunday, June 13th. Peacock here in the United States. Tremendous. NXT always does a great job with the NXT TakeOvers. Hey, since this is an in your house, might we see Hank the dog with you?
Maybe. No, he'll probably be at home watching with his sister and his mom, I think. Hank doesn't do well in crowds.
But it's a house. It's in your house.
Yeah.
It's in your house, Kyle.
True. It's in my house. He'll be
Hey,
watching.
what kind of dog? What kind of dog is Hank?
He's a beagle.
Oh, he's a beagle.
Yeah,
Kyle.
he's a sweetie.
Are you a fan of the cool beagle Snoopy?
Oh, I love Snoopy. Yeah, he's the coolest beagle of all. I love beagles. Any dogs, they're all great.
Hey, I mentioned Bobby Fish. What does Bobby Fish mean to you?
He's a guy that has been there through some of the biggest moments in my career, singles and tags. He's been there having my back. We've traveled the world together. He's one of my best friends, and he's helped me so much in my career in terms of just, finding out who Kyle O'Reilly is as a character. When we first started teaming together, I think like about 9 years ago now, we've been tagging. So I think my growth as a performer has exponentially risen because of Bobby Fish's intervention, and we've pushed each other so much over the years to just become better. And yeah, he's a great guy.
How cool is Bobby Fish?
The coolest, especially when he's got rocking the mustache. Second coolest. Okay.
That's right. Yes, well played. I was going to go back to that second coolest. So I was going to ask just a couple others. I was going to ask you, who in Kyle O'Reilly's mind accentuates cool? It could be in NXT. It could be in other sports or entertainment, past, present.
I think Shinsuke Nakamura is pretty damn cool. He carries the coolness very well, and yeah, he's a wicked guy, and I certainly look up to him.
I love the entrance they're doing now with boobs.
Yeah, that's great.
You have an MMA background, and I'm curious, were there thoughts, first of all, of getting into MMA? And are there thoughts, because Ronda Rousey, Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley, Tom Lawler, Jack Swagger have done the crossover. Mm-hmm. Is that something in your back of your mind? I know you're first and foremost with NXT and doing this.
Yeah, wrestling was always my dream and my passion of what I wanted to chase and follow. Training in jiu-jitsu and kickboxing and MMA was just a way to supplement my pro wrestling training, because it helped me develop better footwork and timing, and my striking and my submission transitions were just better because I actually trained. So that's where it started training, just because it made my work that much more believable and crisp. Had I, grown up with MMA being more popular, maybe that's the direction I would have went instead of pro wrestling. But pro wrestling was my love, and that's what I devoted all my time and my energy to. I still love to train. I love doing jiu-jitsu as much as I can, and kickboxing. But yeah, it's more of a hobby. I don't know about going and getting punched in the face for real in the cage.
Are you a fan? Do you watch? Do you have any favorites if you are?
Yeah, I a casual fan. I haven't been that involved in watching it the last few years, but more so competitive grappling, competitive jiu-jitsu I watch a ton of, and I really enjoy where that sport is taking off to right now.
Well, we're going to wrap this up. Thank you so much, Kool Kyle O'Reilly, for the time. It's interesting because in South Florida, American Top Team, Sanford MMA, Masters MMA Miami, we've got 3 quality. Yeah. There are so many fighters and coaches, top-notch around the world. Just here in South Florida now, it's amazing how incredible it is down here. And NXT and the base of the WWE Performance Center is in Orlando. It's in Central Florida. It's a great state for combat sports.
100%. You're so right. And the weather's good, so, there's no excuse to hang inside because it's too cold or it's snowing or something.
Yeah, do you miss the snow?
To a degree.
All right, Kyle, I'll let you get going and all. Thanks, and hey, do you have any hockey picks? Are you a hockey fan? You're Canada. You got to be a hockey fan. No, am I wrong?
Yeah. It's too early to tell, really. It'd be cool to see Vegas again, go that far, but it's really tough to see.
What a story with Vegas, just how they first year in the league, and they're still doing well. It's after that, but first year in the league, and here they are. I mean, just going all the way, and it's just amazing to see how quickly that happened to an expansion type team.
Unreal.
All right, Kyle, listen, NXT TakeOver in your house. Anything you want to close with about the event?
No, it's just, NXT always delivers these events TakeOver in your house is going to be no different. It's going to be special. It's going to be a tremendous night of action, top to bottom. And I'm pretty confident in saying that you're looking at the next NXT champion after the 5-way main event.
That's why he is Kool Kyle O'Reilly. Thank you,
Darn
Kyle.
tootin'. Thanks, dude.